Okay, what you're seeing right here is going to make serious sense in such an incredible way. But what I got to do is finish telling you about this part so that you can absolutely see that what I'm showing you. Now remember, I brought you down this path. I showed you from this symbol of Lucifer, and I said that this is the pupil, okay? This is the pupil of the eye. This is the pupil of darkness, and that this pupil of darkness would grow in stages outward. And really, in each stage, we could cover in the last stage in at darkness. And then this would be all dark by the time it got out to here. So at each stage, the darkness is going to grow. In other words, the pupils of darkness are going to grow. And that's the occult. That's the Illuminati. That age by age, this occult doctrine, this occult darkness spreads into the people of this world, and they allow it to grow within them, and then this darkness grows as a result. And I'm going to show you that when we started talking about originally, remember, we've got this symbol here for the womb, and then of course we've got this seed that has been planted into it, and of course we've got this gestation period. It's natural, we've got time. So in our world, the most accurate time calendar that we have is this Mayan 13 Baktun calendar count, and that's what you're looking at here. So it's no accident that it's in the shape of a circle. It's no accident at all that what we're looking at is also an iris. It's an iris of an eye, and an iris controls how much light the pupil is going to let in. Did you get that? Well, you will. You will in a moment here. So before I show you that that's what you're looking at, when I overlay these two on top of each other, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the pupil of darkness and then the iris behind it. And that's exactly right. And I'm about to show you this, that it's connected intimately in what we're reading in Isaiah. Absolutely. First, let me show you this. We've got the pupil of the eye, and then the pupil is related to darkness. These are the pupils of darkness I told you that are the occult. They're the pupils of the occult, of the darkness. Now we find out the iris is Isis, it's Ishtar, it's Lilith, it's the owl, Molech, it's the occult. It's the occult force. It's the occult muscle. The iris is the muscle. It's where the color is of the eye. And that's exactly where we're going to find the reference for the color in this relationship with the occult and how they're using it. Are you blown away yet? Well, we got a ways to go. So we have, with this anatomy of the eye, as we're showing it, we've got the pupil and the iris. The iris controls how much light the pupil lets in. In other words, the occult is going to control how much light these pupils of darkness are allowed to let into themselves. That's exactly right. So we see this occult force, this occult muscle, the iris is not letting in much light. And it's allowing the darkness to grow. It's allowing the pupil to grow. And as I showed you in this beginning stage here, we have the pupil is very small. Because remember, at this time, this is a time when the rebellion has just freshly happened. And these sons of God, these good sons of God, are still upon the earth. The light is upon the earth still strong. So the pupil of darkness is shrunk. The seed of darkness, the pupil of the eye, is small. But as he seeks to expand his darkness outwards, then of course we could shade this pupil in it, and then the darkness is going to spread out incrementally. And then now I'm showing you the addition of the iris, the control, the muscle, the occult, this cycle, this control of these cycles of time. I'll be back.